So, E4, really the beginning started 20 plus years ago when Eric Schmidt, who was going to seminary at the time, came on a short-term mission trip with my older brother Pete to serve alongside my parents, who were church planting in Lamborghini, which is the provincial capital of the Ogooué Maritime province. And he got out there and started working along my parents. And one of the disciples that my parents were working with was a young high school student named Jacob. And Eric and Jacob just really hit it off, and they really, began sort of this Jonathan David relationship. So Eric was only here 6 weeks that summer, but over the course of the next 20 years, both of them just worked really hard at staying connected, whether it was through phone calls, snail mail, Eric and his family supporting every once in a while some of the social outreach stuff that Jacob was doing through his church. They just stayed connected. The backstory to Jacob was my parents, after discipling, ended up sending him to Bible school. So went to Bible school, got his Bible school degree, became a local church pastor, but then also was trained by the same missionary that Martin was in the public health evangelism model called Che. And so he has training in public health. And so immediately he got involved in the Ouvre Santé Alliance, Ouvre Santé Première Alliance Chrétienne, which is a primary healthcare arm of the Alliance Church here. And they do a lot of prevention medicine, in other words, public health stuff. They'll go into villages, into quartier slums, and really, teach on prevention, because prevention, especially in the majority world, costs nothing. Whereas, after the fact, medicine and/or treatment, there's a lot of money involved in that just isn't available to the common person. So they emphasize a lot of the prevention piece. But fast forward 20 years later, and E4 is sort of modeled around this relationship that Pastor Jacob and Eric have sort of just worked at over the course of the last 20 years. And now, obviously, Eric is intricately involved in a large part of the growth of Pastor Jacob's ministry, that being the PK27 campus, but also helping fund some key capital campaign things, namely even the vehicle that we're riding in right now that they use for their mobile clinic outreach, medicine, different apparatuses and tools that they're using in their primary health care base clinic just up the road here at Avia 2. So, Pastor Jacob's story really is sort of intriguing just because of the connection that he had with Eric Schmidt, founder of E4. So,